Thanks for being here. Let's just get started by finding ourselves in a comfortable position, seating position. So just cross-legged, using any pillows or props you might want to use to just be comfortable, to really sink into this spot right now. So just closing your eyes softly here. Let's just start by noticing our breath. Just noticing the inhales and exhales. Just beginning to bring some loving awareness, loving compassion to ourselves here, just as we are. Slowly starting to draw back any energy that we may have dispersed throughout the day up to this point, drawing that back to our bodies. And now begin to harness the breath. So lengthening the inhales and the exhales, starting to breathe deeper. Feeling your breath expand your chest. Feeling your belly soften. Notice your jaw. Can you unclench your jaw? Can you relax your jaw? And just continue breathing long and deep here. And just taking it a step further, let's inhale for a count of 4. Inhaling 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath out for 4, 2, 3, 4. And now inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath out 2, 3, 4. And just continue that square breath. Inhaling, holding the breath, exhaling, holding the breath out, and then inhaling again. Here we're just beginning to harness the power of our breath, using it to change our bodies, change our minds in preparation for our practice. And wherever you're at, just finish the square that you're in right now. After you hold the breath for 4, just return to normal breathing. So today's class is the Kriya to release, to relax and release fear, followed by the meditation for trust. And we're going to begin by tuning into our practice. So bringing the palms of our hands together and then up to our chest, feeling the connection between your thumbs and your chest bones here. And we're going to use the mantra Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. I bow to the teacher within, and here we are acknowledging our higher selves, our higher consciousness, and we are aligning ourselves with that for the whole practice. So let's take a deep inhale here. Exhale completely. Let's inhale and tune in. Om Namo Gurudev. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. One last time. Om Namo the breath and set an intention for today's class. What is it that you're trying to access within yourself? How do you want to feel? Hold the intention, hold the breath. When you can't hold it any longer, exhale completely, letting the hands just drift down to the knees, and just mentally let that intention go. Let it kind of flutter away from you. And from here, we're practicing trust, that we're being guided to that intention during this practice. So we're going to begin with just a couple of warm-ups today. Today's Kriya there's a lot going on with it, so we'll just do a few movements to kind of get the body going, and then we're going to move into the Kriya. So staying in your seated position here, we're going to do some spinal flex. So hands are coming to the fronts of your shins here. On the inhale, we are stretching the chest forward. On the exhale, we're arching the spine back. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. And just following your breath here. The head and the neck are staying steady, and we're focusing the movement in the spine. Just starting to loosen up the spine. Starting to stir up some energy. Your gaze can be in and up at your third eye point, which is just between your eyebrows and slightly above. And you can mentally chant Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale, which means truth is my name. Just beginning to infuse the truth of who we are, the truth of our identity into these meditative movements. On your next inhale, come to center, find stillness here, holding the breath in, find that still point. Rest in it for a second here. When you can't hold the breath any longer, release it fully and release the posture here. And from here, we're going to move into shoulder shrugs. So on the inhale, we're bringing the shoulders up as close to the ears as possible. On the exhale, dropping them down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And just continue with your breath. Again, you can be mentally chanting Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. Gaze can be in and up at your third eye point. 30 more seconds here. Just beginning to release the tension from our shoulders. An area where we hold a lot of tension. For the last 10 seconds here, see if you can speed up the pace a little bit, keeping it in line with your breath, but moving a little bit quicker, moving the pace up. On your next inhale, bring the ears up to the ears, holding the breath, holding still in the posture here. Again, find stillness. Holding the breath. When you can't hold it any longer, release it completely, letting the shoulders slowly drop down. Just taking a moment here. Noticing the breath. Noticing the body. And from here, let's move into neck rolls. So dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. Inhale, we're going to circle back very slowly. Exhaling, circling forward. Inhaling back. And exhaling forward. And just continue with your breath here. If you're feeling any pain in your neck while you do this, just maybe move the neck forward and skip moving it back. In this practice, we are always adjusting based on what our body is telling us, based on what our body is capable of doing, with no judgment. On your next inhale, come to center, holding the breath. Again, stillness here. Exhaling completely. Let's bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Left ear to left shoulder. Just the opposite of what you were doing before. Inhaling back and exhaling forward. Just continuing in that opposite direction. Again, gaze can be in and up at the third eye point. Mentally chanting Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. On your next inhale, come to center, holding the breath in, holding still, and exhaling completely. And just sitting here with your eyes closed for a moment, just noticing the difference in your breath and body from when we first started. And from here we're going to move into our Kriya. So slowly making your way to standing. You can bring your palms down on the ground in front of you, uncross your legs behind you, come to a squat, and then just slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, come to standing here. Just taking a moment to adjust, letting the blood switch directions here as you've just come up to standing. And from here, we're going to come to a flat back. So your legs are straight, feet are about hip distance apart here. Flat back. And from here, we're going to do a spinal flex. So I'll show you the full posture and then we can do a few modifications. So here we're going to inhale like cat-cow. We're going to look up at the ceiling, arching our back. Exhaling, we're going to look down towards our bellies, arching the back upward. So inhaling, coming up, exhaling down, just like cat-cow. Now, if that's a little tricky for you, you can bring the hands up even really high on your thighs, bringing the back up slightly, and just do it from here. But the full posture is here, hands on the thighs, flat back, cat-cow from this position. So inhaling up to the sky, head up to the sky, exhaling, arching the back and bringing the head to look at the belly. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And just continue that motion. Again, adjusting the posture a little bit if you're finding any pain in your lower back. We're here for 3 minutes. Again, here too, gaze can be in and up the third eye point, just between your eyebrows and slightly above. And you can mentally chant Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. Truth is my name. however you're finding yourself in this position, in this movement, find a way to do it so that you can keep a rhythm. And here we're synchronizing our breath with the rhythm of the movement of our body. And then when we add that mantra inside of our head, the whole thing together is very meditative. We're beginning to become in sync with our bodies. Everyone's doing great. Keep it up. Just under a minute left to go. Find that rhythm. Follow your breath. 20 more seconds here. Keep it up. And from here on your next inhale, we're going to come up and arch our backs up, holding the inhales here, holding the breath in, finding stillness. And then exhale completely and just kind of let the body slouch forward here, just coming into a forward fold here, letting your head just hang heavy. And from here, we're going to slowly make our way back up to standing. And from here, we're going to begin some body rolls, or hip rolls. So hands on the hips here. We're going to inhale, and using the hips, we're going to start moving the body in a circle. So letting your hips draw the big circle, and your torso follows. So make these circles as big and wide as you can. And once you find a good rhythm for yourself, just sink in here. So close your eyes. Refocus your gaze in and up at your brow point. And just find some long, deep breathing here. So both of these two exercises are working on the liver. We're starting to release and move through anything that's been stuck. So see if you can focus your internal awareness into the organs around your waist where you're moving. See if you can feel the release happening. Feel that deep sense of relaxation, not only feeling that in your skin and in your muscles, but deep down into your organs. We're just about halfway there. Feel your belly softening. muscles softening. Feel the organs softening, relaxing, releasing any built-up toxins that they've been storing. One more minute here. Yep. On your next inhale, come to stillness here. Keeping your hands on your hips, holding the breath in. Find that point of stillness. Stay there for a moment. And release the breath completely. We're slowly going to make our way back down to sitting. So here you can hinge at the hips, bringing the hands down to the ground, and slowly come into a squat, and then make your way into a cross-legged seated position. From here, we're going to make fists in front of our heart center here, almost like we're gripping a steering wheel. And from here, we're going to inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. And keep this a powerful movement, following the breath, inhaling left, exhaling right. We're here for 2 minutes, and the goal of this posture is to make it a powerful movement. So here we're going to need to adjust our breath, make sure that we're supported in the movement. Again, inhaling left, exhaling right. Gaze can be up and in at our third eye point. Mentally chanting Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale. As we move our neck here, we're releasing blood supply to the brain. Again, moving our torso, we're working on the kidneys here. One more minute here, keep it up. Keep that strong rhythm going, led by your breath. Bhaksham panchavidham payodadhiyutam rambhafalam 30 more seconds. Shakanam yatam jalam ruchikaram karpure khandojvalam. On your next inhale, come to center, holding the arms in place, holding the breath in, finding stillness here. Hold the breath until you can't hold it anymore, and then release. Arms can come down to your knees. Just take a moment here. From here, we're going to bring our arms up into a V. Palms are facing up towards the sky, fingers are out. And here we are going to slap our fingers into our palms as fast as we can. Once you find a rhythm, you can close your eyes. We're here for 3 minutes. So this move here is starting to break apart any deposits in the fingers, anything that needs to be moved, released. It's really good for arthritis, but you're going to feel it. So long, deep breathing. Gaze is in and up at the third eye point.
Sancharaha patiyoh pratakshanavidhi stotrani sarvagiro yat karma karoti
Keep it up.
tat akhilam shambho tavaradhanam.
We're halfway there. One more minute here. Keep it up. In order to move through fear, we've got to let go of the past. We've got to let go of anything that's holding us to the past. And sometimes that can look like holding on to toxins in the body, stagnancy in the body. Here we're using our fingers, we're breaking through some of that. Letting go of the past so we can release fear from our bodies and begin to move in a different way in the world. On your next inhale, take a deep breath in, spread the fingers wide, hold the breath in, find stillness here. When you're ready, exhale completely, just slowly bringing the arms with grace and control to rest on your knees. Just take a moment here. Noticing anything that came up for you with that. And just taking a look at it with loving compassion, loving awareness. From here, we're going to bring the hands into fists, and we're going to stretch them out on either side of us here. And here we're going to be breathing through the mouth. So here we're going to inhale in this position, exhale, arms come in. So elbows hug the chest, inhaling. And continue that with a strong breath in and out through the mouth. Mouth is shaped like an O. We're here for 3 minutes. Finding that rhythm with your breath. Here we're removing tension from the neck and purifying the blood. And see if you can, on the exhale, make it a powerful exhale. Almost like you're shooting out, you're releasing out of your mouth. Again, letting go of the past that parts of our body are still clinging to. Old patterns that no longer serve us. Ways in which we've been hurt that are keeping us living in fear. We're giving our bodies the chance to move that up and out. We're halfway there. Keep it up. Keep the power in your breath, in the movement. One more minute here. More seconds. On your next inhale, breathe in, stretch the arms out to the side, holding here, holding the breath and the posture. Exhale completely, and instead of dropping the arms, we're just going to swing them forward here, straight in front of us. And from here, we're just going to begin to twist the wrists. Still with the eyes closed. Your fists are at the level of your heart. We're just here for 1 minute. So here, this movement is adjusting the muscles under the breastbone. And the notes for this Kriya, it says, if this area is tight, it will make you very uptight. So it's an area that doesn't necessarily get a lot of movement. So here we're bringing our loving awareness, our movement to that area, again, to release tension. So where you're at here, take a deep inhale, find stillness with the arms still up, holding the breath, just here for a moment. Exhale completely, and with grace and control, slowly lower the arms down to your knees. Taking a moment here. From here, we're going to move into crow squats. So again, shifting your weight forward to come up into a squat here. So feet are flat on the ground here. We're going to start from the lower position. Flat on the ground, so pretty wide. Find yourself a good stance here that you can have your feet flat. Hands are coming into fists with the thumbs out. And they're coming on top of your shoulders, just right by your neck. So your thumbs are pointing backwards, your fists are just by your neck here. Arms are out beside you. So on the inhale, we're going to stand up straight. Inhaling up, and then exhaling just back down here. Inhaling up, and exhaling back down. And just continue with your breath. We're here for just about a minute. And And again, adjust this pose if you need to. If going all the way up and all the way down is just not available for you today, that's totally fine. Maybe you just come up halfway. Just working to keep the spine straight and keeping this movement rhythmic and meditative, following your breath, finding the rhythm that works for you today. On your next inhale, come to standing, holding the arms in place, holding the breath in. Find stillness here. And on the exhale, releasing and slowly making your way back to a seated position. You can hinge at the hips, putting the hands on the ground, coming back down into a squat, and then back into an easy seated posture. From here, we're going to do Sitali breath. So sticking the tongue out of your mouth, you can work on, if you're able to curl it, we're going to inhale the breath through the tongue, the curled tongue, like a straw. And then closing the mouth, exhaling through the nostrils. So again, curling the tongue out of your mouth, inhaling, and then exhaling through the nostrils. Just continue that breathing. If you're unable to curl the tongue, that's okay. Just open the mouth and like you're sipping through a straw, sipping that air in through your mouth, and then exhaling through the nostrils. Sitali breath is a cooling breath. It helps to calm our anger. Can also help change a bad mood. So again, we're using our breath to change ourselves, to move out of the past into the present, into a new way of being, a new way of seeing things. About 1 more minute left. Keep it up. More seconds here. On your next inhale, inhale through the mouth, hold the breath here, and exhale through the nostrils. Just taking a moment here with your eyes closed. And from here, we're going to, in the seated position, do a bit of a movement relaxation. So using the arms and the shoulders, just begin to move rhythmically, keeping your eyes closed. See if you can find a rhythm, a movement that connects with the music. And if you can't hear the music so well, that's all right too. Just find a movement that allows the body to start relaxing here. Making sure that you are also moving your shoulders, fingers, sink in here. See if you can move your brain, your thinking mind out of the equation. Sink into your body's wisdom. Letting tension completely melt away. Just about a minute left here. Allow yourself to sink deeper. Move your body. Slowly here, begin to find stillness. Letting the hands just slowly drift down to your knees. Just take a moment here, just noticing anything that came up for you. noticing how your body feels. And from here, we've got a couple more postures in this Kriya. So we're going to slowly move on to sit on our heels and our shins in rock pose. And if this is an uncomfortable way for you to be sitting, you can sit on a blanket. You can also put a blanket or a pillow in between the backs of your thighs and the backs of your shins here. So just taking a moment to get into a comfortable rock pose. From here, we are going to do the bowing jap sahib. So with our hands on our thighs, we're going to do this in a count of 10. So on the count of 4, we're going to bring our heads down to touch the ground. So I'll just show you here first so you get an idea. We're going to find a rhythm here. So here we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, resting for 9, 10, and then back down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down for 4, head touching the ground. Up for 4, 9, 10, and then continuing. So here we're finding a steady rhythm. We want to have a steady rhythm down, back up, resting for 2 beats, and then continuing. You can chant mentally in your head. Here we're beginning to cultivate trust in the body. By keeping this steady rhythm, going down, coming back up, we're beginning to sink into a new pace for ourselves. Finding a new rhythm beyond fear. Head is having a hard time coming all the way to the ground, you can always put something in front of you like pillows or even a chair to bring the head to. Or if that's not available to you, just come down as far as you can while maintaining your steady rock pose. Still in the same counting, coming down for 4, up for 4, resting for 2. We're almost there. So the next time you find yourself upright, inhale and hold the breath in, holding still here. Exhaling completely. Taking a moment. And then moving back into a cross-legged position here. We're going to bring our hands into Venus lock, which is interlacing the fingers. We're going to bring that to the base of our skull here, just the top of our neck. Arms are stretched out here on either side. And here we're just going to close our eyes. We're keeping the spine straight, so with a slight chin lock. Breathing in deeply, exhaling completely. Just meditating here for a moment. Here we are sitting in stillness, feeling the light of God or of the universe inside of us. And trusting in that connection, that we are not separate. We are deeply connected. To the light of the universe, the light of creation. And in this beautiful realization of our connection, we can let go of the past. We can begin to trust in something bigger than ourselves and our experiences. Let your breath be long, but also gentle. No straining or pushing here. We're just resting. Resting in the truth of who we are. – 30 more seconds here. Keep it up. Inhale deeply here, hold the breath, hold the arms in place, and exhale completely, letting the arms just slowly drift back down to your knees. Taking a moment here just to bask in that light. From here, we're going to move into a short relaxation. So making your way to lie down on your back. Finding whatever you need to really let yourself sink in to stillness here. Beginning by just letting your breath just be natural and easy. Giving yourself permission to just rest in stillness here. The first step towards fearlessness is to let go of the past by locating yourself in the brilliant clarity of stillness we call our soul or higher self. Then expand that self to connect and rely on the infinite God. From this platform, we learn to embrace the world anew with love and fearless wisdom. We learn to trust in God within and without. And as we clear the past and strengthen and relax into our essence, our intuition becomes more accurate, and we begin to perceive our inner guidance as something we can actually trust. So here in this stillness, trust. Just one more minute here. Give yourself permission to relax deeper, to let go of what doesn't serve you anymore, of what's happened in the past. Set yourself free to trust. Resting in the brilliant clarity of your stillness. here, we're going to slowly bring ourselves back into our bodies. Just slowly twinkling the fingers and toes, moving them very slowly, just noticing the sensations in your fingers and toes, and bringing your awareness back into your body, and slowly rotating the wrists and ankles. Then if you're ready to bring your knees up into your chest, slowly you can rock side to side on your back. And then when you're ready, rolling on to your right side. And coming back up into a seated posture. Just sitting with your eyes closed for a moment here. Reconnecting with your body and your breath and just your experience. So from here, we're going to move right in to a short meditation that will seal this whole beautiful time together. It's the meditation for trust. So we've moved the past and the fear out of our bodies through deeply relaxing and finding that point of stillness. And now we're going to call on trust to be able to move forward out of the fear. So here we're going to bring our left hand over our head, like a little roof over our head. Our right hand is in Gyan Mudra, our index finger and thumb touching, the other fingers are straight up, and we're bringing that up to the level of our ear. And from here, we're chanting the mantra, Wahe Guru, and we're really exaggerating the movements with our mouth and our tongue. So for Wahe, we're opening up the mouth, Wahe, stretching the mouth out. And then Guru, you want to flick your tongue on the roof of your mouth for the Guru. Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, Wahe Guru, and just continue. Wahe is the feeling of ecstasy, of knowing you're connected with the divine. Guru is one who brings you from darkness into light. Feel the sensations in your mouth as you chant this mantra. Wahe, ecstasy, knowing my place and that I'm connected deeply. Guru, being brought from darkness into light. One more minute here. Keep it up. Call out for that trust. In your mind's eye, bring your desire for that kind of trust. Bring it to the forefront, almost like a prayer as you're chanting and holding these postures. let it all connect to a prayer from the heart. Here, just wherever you're at, take a deep inhale, holding the posture, holding the breath in. Find that still point. Hold it. And then exhale completely, and with grace and control, slowly let the arms drop down to rest on your knees. Again, just with your eyes closed, taking a moment here. And in your mind's eye, see if you can reconnect with that intention that you let go at the beginning of class. Just reconnect with it and identify. Do you feel that way? Maybe you feel a way that you didn't expect to feel. Just like you're kind of greeting it and saying hi again. And then just letting it go again. We're going to close the practice. Just seal it up. Seal up our time together where we've been aligning ourselves with our higher consciousness, with the divine. So we are going to bring our palms together to touch, bringing that up to our chest. Again, just noticing that connection point between your thumbs and your chest bone, feeling that in your body. We're going to close the practice with the mantra Sat Nam, truth is my name. And as you chant it, see if you can feel the vibration inside of your chest, inside of your nasal cavity. We're proclaiming the truth of who we are externally, but we're also feeling that vibration inside of us to remind ourselves internally as well of who we are. So let's inhale deeply, exhale completely, and inhale, and let's begin. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. One last time. Sat thumbs and your forehead to touch. Bring some gratitude to that seed of our intuition, our internal guidance, for guiding us through that practice. And then bringing your forehead and palms to touch the ground in front of you. Acknowledging that connection point between our third eye and the earth. And feeling really grounded and supported in that connection. And when you're ready, take a deep inhale and slowly making our way up. Sat Nam, thank you so much for practicing with me. And I really hope that in this week ahead that you feel the sense of trust in who you are and your place in this on this earth and in this world. You can move out of fear and into trust. Thank you.